It's Friday, February 18, 2022, and I'm out for my afternoon walk here about 4 p.m. and it is currently just around freezing, and I'm on my way to the Bass Harbor Lighthouse. There's the road ahead. Now, we've had a really significant warm spell for the last few days. Got up to 55 yesterday, and it was very windy, which mixed the warm air down to the ground and pretty much melted all the snow except for in sheltered areas and where it had been piled up. So you can see some of the lighthouse buildings down there. I'll pick it up when we get there. We're now approaching the lighthouse parking lot. There's the garage there for the keeper's house, and one car drove down and back while we were walking down, and I see looks like at least one more car down there. We'll see how crowded it is when we actually get to the parking lot. And I think we can walk down to the lighthouse today. I was here a few days ago, and the path, although it was open, was very icy looking. Okay.
You notice the running water.
Yeah, one car here, lots of snow melt, running water across the parking lot. So let's see if we can get down to the lighthouse without hitting any ice. Lots of water running down the path though, but I think we'll get out of the spot where it's really wet in a minute. There's the Bass Harbor Bar out there. It is relatively calm today. The wind is currently north. It's still blowing around 30 knots, but the Bass Harbor Bar is sheltered by Mount Desert Island to the north. So I'm going to have to ford a stream here. It's really flowing. Oh, there's the keeper's house. Haven't been down here for a while. Keeper's house hasn't been occupied for a couple of years. Oh, probably 3 or 4 years. And now that the National Park Service owns it, it's anybody's guess what exactly they're going to use it for. And it's supposed to drop down pretty cold tonight, so where this water is running is probably going to be ice tomorrow morning. You can hear the wind blowing out there, and there's some pretty good sized swells on the Bass Harbor Bar, as we'll see in just a second. You can see the swells. They don't look like much in the camera, but they're 3 feet or so right in here. And it's relatively calm as you head east across the bar. And there is a fishing boat out there. It looks like they're probably scallop fishing. The scallop fishing is open here today. Oh, pretty scenic out here today. I'm not going to look west because that would be straight into the sun. So, crossing the bar right now would be a little on the lumpy side, but not all that bad as long as you stayed out a couple hundred yards from Mount Desert Island. Let's walk over here. And you can see that stationary fishing boat out there, sort of in the middle of the gap between the building there and the bell buoy, but in the distance. And I'm pretty sure, since it's not moving, that it is a scallop fishing boat. It's pretty, not too bad considering how windy it was last night. Winds up around 40 knots with gusts into the 50 range. There we go. Take advantage of the bell to block the sun as we look west across Blue Hill Bay. Now at this state of the tide, there's a bit of the Bass Harbor rocky bar exposed over there by Gott's Island. It's pretty shallow over there, but on the northern half of the bar, unless your boat draws more than about 10 feet, you don't have anything to worry about, except maybe on one of the negative tides here. So I'm going to walk over and we'll get a look at the lighthouse proper. Well, here's the lighthouse, a little after 4 p.m. on Friday, February 18, 2022. So a little crowded down here today, as you can see, and might be a little choppy, a little if you go out of the wind shelter of MDI. And if you watch there for a second, you can see the swells working through, along with some wind gusts. So that is the Bass Harbor Head Lighthouse here in the middle of February 2022 on a chilly but still comparatively warm winter day here on the coast of Maine. So I think I'll say thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the little walk down here and the view out here as we look south across the Bass Harbor Bar. And if you haven't, why don't you consider subscribing to my channel and maybe even clicking the thumbs up or like button. Thanks for watching.